You guys know, or if you don't know and you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Princess Sherbert, also known as Sherby. Thank you for your presence on this video. But for most people out there who watch my channel, they know I like to be very candid about games. They know I like to do good reviews and make sure this day and age we are not wasting money. So, because I made the mistake of doing this, I had bought Coral Island back in early access. I know. And some of you are like, well, that's not a bad thing. If you're watching this video, maybe you've played the game. And you're like, oh, that's cool that you did that. We were promised a lot with this game in early access, to the point now, the reason I'm making this video is Coral Island, after 2 years, almost 2 years since release, yes, 2, finally up to the expectations people had it. Is it finally a finished and full game? And that's a complicated question, apparently. I decided to recently play this, sit down and play it. Now, before we get into it, I completed most of the storyline and everything because I did use WeMod and a couple cheats from Nexus. Because I wanted to make sure I wasn't just spending months on this game for this review. I did that for you guys, not because I'm lazy. And I will say, as I'm showing you gameplay footage, it is very cute. The game's always been super cute. It stayed very cute. You know, I'm not upset about it being, like, cute and really fun to play. The character designs are all really pretty. And the world's really pretty. All the, like, the artwork for it is beautiful. Whoever the artists on this team were put a lot of time and effort and love and care into these characters and animals and creatures. And it's very cute. However, at one point the characters felt very lacking, which luckily in their newer update that had been fixed. I will give them credit. They now have separate heart events and hangout events where you actually get to know these characters more, and they really do feel like real, I guess is the right word. It feels like there's more than just, oh, this is the cute boy who works in the observatory and likes stars. No, there's a story, there are people, there's, like, you know, these characters, like, feel very real and actually have really good dialogue now, and I appreciate that. That was something this game was missing with romance, but most, like, Stardew Valley knockoffs, and I'm gonna call it that, I'm sorry, the romance and, you know, relationship-wise, they did better than most of the other ones out there now. And that gets an A. I'll give it an A for their romance being good. I really like really cute life sim games when there's a good romance in it, because I'm a single fucking bitch. Anyways. Gameplay mechanics run a lot like Stardew Valley. You grind and you grind and grind at first, unlike me who cheated. But the whole point is you grind, build a farm, you know, meet people slowly, and build relationships. Cool. Awesome. For this review, I didn't have the time to do that. I think I played for now, week? Yeah, about a week. Because I wanted to make sure I can do this as fast as possible. Now, for a game that has been 2 years now, and we're still getting updates, crazy, there are still bugs. There are still almost game-breaking bugs. I was stuck in the mines at one point, and the shaft, you know, you go down and, like, to the next level of the mines, just didn't appear. Or when it did appear, it was literally, like, in the wall, and my character couldn't select it. There's a couple times when I'm trying to place items, it acts like my character is on the box it tries to, like, place items on. Not fun, because then I have to, like, back up and shift and stuff. Hate that. And, you know, there is... I don't want to, because I like the character designs, but sometimes with the character creation, it feels a little lacking. I don't like that the more masculine body types, there's 2 different masculine body types, and then there's only 1 female. If you're going to be inclusive, do it right. I don't like a lot of the shade picks they picked for some of the stuff when it comes to, like the character selection. I believe my character for red hair, I had to go into the dropper and do it, but green and blue were an option. Yeah, I'm gonna be that bitch when it comes to red hair in a game. All right, it's representation for me. I want it in there. I shouldn't have to go to the color wheel and do it. That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And I'm on year 1. I want to say winter just started, and getting without the computer, because I already have the computer upgrade on the farm. Finding the fish and the critters is hell. It is so fucking bad to do. It's so bad to do. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be realistic. It's an endless grind of crap. And even with all your stuff maxed out like I did, you're still getting trash and flyers. Even after the pufferfish, I think it is called, when you get pufferfish out of there, ridiculous grind. It's, I hate most fishing mechanics. The insects are really annoying because I know they'll be like, oh, they appear from this time to this time in this area. I had to wait like days for characters and creatures to appear, and I don't think it should be that hard of a grind. Or they just don't appear at all. There was one season I was literally out there, had to restart like several days of the last season to find like a tarantula, because it just was not happening. I was out there every day in between the time, roaming around and looking, and they were not spawning. They just weren't spawning like they were supposed to. Ocean critters, I've had that issue. Fish, I've had that issue before. It's just something the game and mechanics they should probably fix, in my opinion. Outfit. Okay, character outfits like NPCs, gorgeous, cute, awesome. I think some of the ones in the shop are lacking for us. But you know what? If you're not that picky on character customization, whatever. Whatever. It's Saturday, and I'm not in school. Fight mechanic is fine. It's like every other where you just hit, dodge. You know, it gets very dull. I just bomb them after a while. Bomb them. Airstrike, bomb them. That's what I start doing when it comes to these type of games, especially in mines. The tractor mod in Stardew Valley, I live on that shit. I just take the tractor down in the mines. I'm just like the whole area, because fuck that noise. Sorry. The cooking element's fun. I like the cooking element. Like, you actually have to have like the equipment and the upgrades and stuff like that. That's really fun. The mer people who weren't added until I want to say almost a year after the fact are still lacking. The Merfolk Kingdom is so lacking still. Like, the romance characters there's stuff to them. That's fine. There's a whole tattoo shop that's just obsolete with a character in it that's obsolete. Most of the Merfolk Kingdom is kind of just trash, to be honest. It's like, the minute they start coming to the surface, the romanceable characters, I get out of the Merfolk Kingdom, because there's no really good point to it, in my opinion. It's just kind of boring and dull. Come to the rest of the town. Building attractions after you hit like town rank A, you start to build like attractions for the town and opens new hangout and date options. That I enjoyed a lot. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that gameplay mechanic. Let's do that. Yeah, fuck it. The dates are really cute. I'm going to show you videos and photos of me taking characters on hangouts and dates because they're adorable. Oh, they're so cute. A lot of people have complained about the romance, though, I will say, because the romance, you can get married, you can't get divorced. A lot of people hate that. Don't blame them. But before you get married, you can be polyamorous with a lot of the characters. You can date multiple characters, and I really suggest that if you're actually going to sit down and play this game, romance as many of them as you can, because some of them might just look good, but are just kind of Like, what is it, Samiru, from the Merman Kingdom, or Merfolk Kingdom, not Merman, but he's okay for a romance. Honestly, I wish there was more to him. There's some of the other characters up on the mainland have much more depth to them, and he's just kind of a pretty face, and like, I'm kinda grumpy at first, and I lost my pet. He's a blue lobster who the photographer girl has, and he's happy, so I'm happy. It's like, it's like, what? Yeah! There's just, the merfolk people are still there's still not much to them, and that's really sad. Festivals and events, adorable, awesome, cute. Minigames are really fun. I like the minigames. It's better than just, like, going around talking to everyone. That fucking egg hunt. I still hate your ass, Abigail. Fuck you, Abigail. Sorry. I had Stardew Valley trauma with that come out. But yeah, a lot of the events are really cute. And the artwork in this game, I will say, is beautiful. It's a beautiful game. It's really pretty, you know. I like that the animals send themselves inside. There's a lot of good things about this game. But I can't remember what the price is. Hold on. The game is $30. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, it's not for most games, especially an indie game. But for a game that after 2 years of needing updates, $30 feels like a lot when you first purchase it. I will say that. And if you bought it 2 years ago, it was very disappointing. Now do I think it's worth $30? Yes. I think now it's worth $30. I don't think it was then. Rip my wallet. And a lot of people are still having issues. They introduce multiplayer, most people can't get multiplayer to work, or it crashes their game, or there's just so many bugs that I don't want to blame the people who made this, because I believe they partnered with Humble Games. Yeah, the publisher is Humble Games, the developer is Stairway Games. I don't necessarily think this is a Stairway Games problem. I'm wondering if this was a Humble Games problem, where they made them push the full release when the game was not close to being finished, because it got so much hype so quickly that they were like, send it out. Send it the fuck out. That's just me speculating. That's me speculating. In my opinion, I have not heard from anyone that's what's happened. If anyone from Stairway Games likes to comment or tell me that is what happened, I will keep you completely fucking anonymous, and I would love to hear your guys' side of it. If Humble Games did that to you guys, or genuinely you guys thought it was just ready to go. I would love to hear their side of it. So yeah, do I think $30 now is worth it? Yes, I do think $30 now would be fine. It's fine. It's fine. $30 for a small indie game if you really like romancing characters and maybe just like wasting time farming, yeah, go for it. Yeah. $30, yeah, hell, why not? You know, there's worse fucking farming games out there. So, $30 isn't bad. If you're looking for a game that's, like, really meaningful and deep, probably not going to be wanting to play a farming sim anyways. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, I think Coral Island, after 2 years of updating, is finally to the point where I could be like, this is worth the money. But who knows? That's your guys' opinion. Let me know down in the comments below if you disagree or do agree. And I'll catch you in the next video or game or review or I don't know, whatever the fuck I'm doing now. Bye, guys.